And g'day everyone. Ooh, I've not got sound. There we go. G'day everyone. I am starting a playthrough of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Bought this game a few years ago on Steam. Bought the original game back in the 90s, or whenever it was that this was first released, and played it. I've never actually completed the game. I always get to a certain point and either not happy with the character, so I restart, or often I've gotten to Baldur's Gate itself, which is about chapter 5, chapter 6, something like that, and there's just so many things to do in the city, and it's unclear as to which of them you're supposed to do first, and I generally sort of get a bit bored with it at that point and go off and do something else. I'm hoping that doing this playthrough will encourage me to go all the way through. I have already created a character, and we're going to import him now. So he is a male elven archer, chaotic good. These stats were pretty good when I rolled them, I guess. 18 strength. You know, the strength in AD&D 2, the percentages give you extra little bonuses. 19 dex, very, very good. Constitution's pretty good at 17, and charisma was basically a dump stat here. I didn't want to really raise intelligence too much more because it was a useless stat for this character, and I could have put more in wisdom, but I decided charisma was good because it gave me bonuses to buy and sell from merchants and stuff like that. Archer, if you don't know, in the Enhanced Edition is a subclass of Ranger who specialises in bows. There's a reason for that. I'll get into that while I'm playing. But yeah, this is a pretty kick-ass character. Racial enemy hobgoblins. I'm not sure if that's really the one I prefer at this point. I probably should have put something like ogres, something bigger. But you do see a few hobgoblins, at least early on in the game, so that's not a bad choice there. I'm going with the appearance I'd set up previously for him. I generally pick this voice.
Your life ends here. I alone belong here. I grow tired of wasting time. I am certain to die. What would you have me do? Your wish?
Alright, so we're going with that and the name. So here's the name that I've chosen. Anyone who's read any Forgotten Realms stories will have heard of Dritz de Erden, who appears in this story as well. This, of course, is a pun of that with my character, my elven archer, Blitz de Erden. I generally like to play rangers. In real life, I'm a bit of an archer, and so I like to play rangers. I like the characters. I think they're pretty good. Yeah. Normal difficulty, I don't care what you say. I prefer to play on normal. Just deal with it. And here we go.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerun. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Okay, let's go and do it. Whoop. Okay. I don't know how many times I've done this introductory thing. Yeah, so many times that I know pretty well what to do off by heart here. I don't bother talking to these guys in green. They give you a little bit of information, but it's usually nothing too important. Force the lock there, couple of spells that I can sell. There's a dagger in here. Talk to these folks. Oh, I should have I should really read all this. Nobleman, step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chill stares of those monks. Most inhospitable they are, isn't that so, lovey? Oh yes, darling, they are most standoffish. Okay. Oh, I would not let it concern you, my lady. Perhaps they are not used to wealth such as yours. You are quite wealthy, are you not? Bring a lot of expensive jewellery with you. Perhaps that was it. I may have looked as though we were showing off. I'm going to lock all my jewellery back in the room, dear, so I don't offend them again. Capital idea, lovey. Perhaps I should do the same. Leave the finery under lock and key while we brush up on our reading. I can think of no safer place than here. I doubt very much the scoundrel would pay the book fee into this place to burgle the inn. Laughable. I don't recall if that actually results in them putting more stuff up into the rooms, but I'm going to go quickly up there. I don't... It's not really... it's not really easy. I'm not going to steal much from these rooms unless they're empty, because there's too much chance of getting caught. So just a necklace there. I think this room is occupied, so I'm not going to do anything with that. Trying to remember what the quick save key is. I probably should save. Prologue start, that's a pretty good... I'll save this. Just Candlekeep. Just in case we have a problem. I don't really recall whether you get in trouble for burglary in here. Looks like I can't get into some of these, and he's in there, and there's nothing in that room. So let's head back down. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've played this. I think I'm probably going to buy a couple of things first. Well, hello. Yeah, clean as an Elven arse. That's funny. Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have you? Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee, as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? He's joking, so... This is outrageous. What kind of fool do you take me for? No. You're always the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Oh, just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. Them monks may be walking around with their poles in their nethers, but you know you're always welcome here in my sight. Gorine would do well by you. Gorine did well by you. He did. So is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, room to sleep, or anything to buy? Sure, what do you have? No sense sleeping in a room. Even if you get the royal room for only 8 gold, you only have a small amount of gold. I'm going to keep the dagger because I can, as an archer, as a ranger subclass, I can still use 2 weapons. So I definitely want a longbow. I would buy the composite longbow if I had the money. For now, I'm going to just buy a single longsword. I can't afford all the selected items. Yeah, it would help if I unselected that. I'm going to buy a longsword, and I'm limited in my armor selections, as you can see, so I'm just going to get studded leather. The one thing I can't remember is whether I can eventually use the that Anakeg, or whatever it's called, armor. This armor and sword is going to do me for now, but I'm going to buy a couple of other things. Got 79 gold left. Ultimately, before I leave, I'm going to want a second suit of armor. That will be for Emoen. And I'm going to want some arrows and a short bow for Emoen. I think it's worthwhile getting a short sword as well, but I don't have any money left. So I'll have some more money soon. After I've cleaned out everything, I'll come back here before I'm ready to leave. So we'll do that for now, and we will set the character up. We're not going to use that staff, and in fact it's almost better to get rid of it completely. I'm going to put these arrows up. Very, very soon this game is going to turn into ammunition management will be the name of the game, because every single character in my party is going to have some sort of missile weapon. I will probably refer to this quite a bit during the game, during these playthroughs, because this pretty much... Where's that? This pretty much is the tactic that I use. Let's go and talk to this guy. Don't remember his name.
It's hard to find decent folk.
Firebead Elven Hair. What a bizarre name. Ah, yes. I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragost was more hazardous than I care to relate. Your Garian's ward, Garian. Oh god, that's showing my my taste in novels. You're Garian's ward, aren't you? You have come into your own, if you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identify scroll with Tethtorol in the inner grounds. He should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. First little quest. Journal updated. I think you can turn that pop-up off, but I'll leave it on. It's not too bad. Okie dokie. Yes, talking about archers. So we're gonna... There we go. Just scroll over a little bit. I'm just trying to remember all of the key combinations. That's help. Quick save. Let's just do that. Options. Return to game. Mage book. Record. That's what I was looking for earlier when I was testing this. We've got our equipment. We've got our map. And that's right, yeah. And our inventory there. Cool. Okay. Let's talk to Flydia. Flydia. Yes, very strange name. Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, have you seen my copy of the history of Harula anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here. And, oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. So that's easy to get to. Again, I don't talk to all of these guys. They do tell you how to do things, but I already know how to do things. Let's talk to Drappen.
What do you need?
Flydia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay there beside the cow. If you could run it over to her and then come back, I've got some plans for you. So that's a really easy little task to do straight away. And you can actually read these books. So if I have a look, the history of Harula, so you can read all of that. I don't know whether it actually really does do anything useful for the game. I'm not going to get into it too much at the moment. No, that was priest spells. It's R, isn't it, for the record? I'm just wanting to check what the... To hit +1, damage +3. I know in here somewhere it does to... Ah, here we go. Main hand damage 4 to 11, 4 to 7. It doesn't tell me what the hit on the main hand is. Fighting style. Main hand 18, offhand 23. Yeah, so this version didn't have the whole thing D&D 3 and 3.5 had about making two-weapon combat the penalty less if the offhand weapon was small, so there was no advantage to using like a dagger in your left hand as opposed to using two longswords, which I eventually will use. I'm just not doing it now because of the cost of buying two longswords straight up. My book, oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know, but he says it's a toil of love, a toil of destiny even. You must be a very special child indeed to draw such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine, maybe Winthrop will give you a little something for it. And we get 50 experience. Okay, so... I'm actually going to bypass this room here because I get attacked when I go in there. There's a method to my madness though. Let's come back to talk to this guy. Nice day, ain't it? Too bad Nessie here ain't enjoying it though, her being sick and all. I need to get her one of them potions of antidote off Hull. He stayed up drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to man the gates early this morning, so I bet he's got a few of them lying around somewhere. Okay, so we have to fix the sick cow. I don't usually find much use over here at the temple. I don't recall him giving me or doing anything useful, so I'm going to leave him alone. Come down here. I'm going to be asked to practice battle.
Hey,
John Delar. Hey there, Dritz de Hurton. I see you're up early this day. Well, your father Gorion has asked me a strange favour. It seems like he wants you to learn some fighting and asked me to be the teacher. So I hope you brought your staff with you. Haha, I don't have a staff anymore. I've got a longsword and a dagger. I'm going to carve you up. Hostile creatures have red circles around their feet. Left-clicking within the circle will direct your attack, blah blah blah. We know how to do this. I'm not going to read this. It will take too long and no one wants to hear my voice that much. All I have to do is hit him a couple of times. Once. That was good enough. You did good, especially after Eric started firing those arrows at you. I'm sure your father would be proud. So, there we go. Let's check what's in this little chest. Nothing in that. Let's talk to the dwarf. Revor. Yeah, buy Moradin's hammer indeed. I thought I'd asked you to clean the rats out of this building yesterday already. Hop to it, get in there. So, a nice quick little thing to gain a few experience points. And these rats are easy peasy to kill, and they don't fight back, so... there we go. And... there's usually another one around here somewhere. No, I got them all. A couple of places we can look for. There we go, a ring. I knew there was something in here. So let's head back out and we get some experience from him from finishing. 5 gold pieces. Ah yes, kill them like the rats they are. A glorious battle unlike any this world has ever seen. Here's 5 gold pieces. Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah. what they say about dwarves being tight. Okay, so come down here and we'll meet Hull. Is that one Hull? Yeah, that's Hull. Hey kid, I woke late this morning and left my sword in the barracks before going on duty. If you want to get it for me, it's in the chest at the foot of my bed on the right side of the barracks. Quick now before the gate warden catches me without it. You'll find an antidote there. I think Drebin needs one for her old Nessa. So we got to go and do that. There's also a little interaction here.
Our rules are very strict.
Gate warden. Soon be gone, will ye? Gorion asked me to teach you a wit about the finer arts of mass combat before you leave. Can I pique your interest with it, Blitz the Hurton? No, I'm not going to do this. It's always an annoying little interlude, and I don't think it gives you much in the way of experience, so I'm going to skip it. Are you sure, little one? It'd be best you took the time to learn it now, rather than curse your ignorance later. Gorion himself asked me to do this deed, and I'll not offer it to you twice. What little knowledge I have, I'm sure, will be sufficient, thank you. Besides, Gorion will prick me when we encounter any trouble. I be as you be asking, as you always be then. Worse than trying to talk sense to Ulrand himself. Now there be duties that need attending to, and I'll not suffer a brat like ye any longer. Okay, so we're actually not going to follow him in here. He won't be in here when we go in, but we're going to come in here because let's just do a I can't remember what the quick save key is. Is it F5? Problem is it doesn't what's that? Party AI on, select all, reveal details. No, I think if I talk to this guy, he'll give me a potion for free.
These walls
Priest of
contain
Ogma.
the world's knowledge.
So, are you sick? You look rather healthy to me, but you never can tell. Do you want any potions or such things? Yes, that would be nice. Alright then, take this potion. Okay, what did he give me? Potion of healing. I'm going to just chuck that up there in case we need it. You can, if he's not looking, if he's in the other, like over here or whatever, you can try and loot that, but I'm not going to bother. It's it's not a very nice thing to do. Okay, couple of guys over here. Don't recall what's in here. I'm not going to go in here yet because there is a guy waiting in there to try and kill me as well. We'll come back to him in a little bit. Let's have a look at this one. Go, a few more gold in there. Let's go and get Hull's sword and the potion. Don't bother talking to these guys, they don't have much interesting to say. You can actually talk to them and get them to leave, and then you can try and loot all of those, but I'm not going to bother with it. Of course, the other option is you don't have to give Hull his sword either. Hang on. That's right, one of these guys wants some arrows, doesn't he? Ugh, what a... crossbow quarrels, bolts. Ugh, what a Meadfield knight. That Hull is just too much. Poor sap had to go man the gate this morning too. I don't know how he does it. What can I do for you anyway? I'm wondering if you had any errands I could run. Errands? Yeah, actually I could use a quarrel of crossbow bolts. If you could get some off Winthrop at the inn, I'll reimburse you. Oh, very well. There'll be a few coins in it for you too, so you can stop giving me that look. I forgot about that. I normally buy them first, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and buy them now, and I'm going to sell up. Got to be careful I don't sell anything wrong. Actually, I might not sell yet. I might just buy the quarrels, the bolts, and leave it at that. Because otherwise I'll sell the potion or the sword that I'm not supposed to sell, and everything will go wrong. End dialogue. I should have read that for you, but it's no big deal. Okay, I know I can sell that and that safely, so let's sell those, and we want bolts. 1 gold worth of bolts. There we go. So we can leave and come back down here. Okay. So let's give him his... Thanks, kid. I hear you might be leaving this place soon. Watch your back out there, okay? Here, let me give you this dagger. My father killed a hobgoblin with it once many years ago. Stabbed him right in the back, he did. It ain't no broadsword, but it'll do in a pinch. Now take care of yourself. So we got... didn't get any extra gold, but we did get that item. So let's have a look. Ooh, and it's a magical dagger too. I don't remember him doing that. So this hasn't been identified yet. And I obviously don't have the skill to do that. Makes me wonder whether it's worthwhile selling yet. I can't remember how much it's going to cost to identify it, but I think it's going to be more than I'm willing to pay. Let's go back to Hull now, who's over here somewhere. Give him his sword and go and give the potion away. And then we'll come back in here and we'll get the scroll that we need to give to Firebeard. Thanks, kiddo. Grind didn't bring you up half bad, did he? You're lucky to have grown up here in Candlekeep, to be honest. Sometimes I think the world outside these gates has gone mad, what with all the fighting over iron shortages and all. Armn and Baldur's Gate will be at war before the season's out. Mark my word. Anyhow, I'm on duty. Here's 20 gold pieces for saving my skin from the chief. So that's cool. We get 20 gold. Oh, sorry. Up here. Potion for the sick cow. Get that out of the way. Should have swung around that way, around the top, when I came back to Hull, shouldn't I? Anyway. I used to have this down to a fine art where I would do just a couple of loops of the central courtyard area and be finished of everything. Drippin', hey, you're a wonder you are. Stick with me and we'll go far. Well, okay, stick with me and we'll probably never leave the walls of Candlekeep, would we? Good thing you ain't wearing none of that metal armour, though, as I hear the bandits out there would just as soon kill you as look at you to get it off your back. I just hope the whole Iron Crisis business is wrapped up soon. So, yeah, you don't know much about it yet, but there's a crisis with iron. It's all going, all the iron and steel is going brittle. You got to be careful your weapons don't break. It's almost, well, I'm going to be, as I said, using missile weapons, so that's not such a big deal for me.
Hey, it's me, Emmowen.
G'day, Emmowen. Emmowen, I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle I snuck off to. Old Puffguts Winthrop was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can't. I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? I'm afraid I can't chat today. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey, but will not say to where. Little one, I'm not much younger than you, though you got tall. You sure got tall fast, relatively anyway. A journey, eh? I never got to travel. I wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I could. Yes, sir, really do. Alright, I get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. Oh, don't be silly. Grime would never even let you finish the sentence, especially after what that letter of his said. Did I say that? No, of course I didn't. Never saw no letter. Nope. I'll just get back to work now. You better go, Gorine's waiting. So if I go up here, I will meet Gorine. I'm going to go around this way, and maybe... There we go. Tethteril, Firebeard has sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well. Return the scroll to him, but you must hurry and speak with Gorine. He's waiting for you on the steps of the Central Library. I assure you, child, it is a matter of greatest urgency. It's not. I can come back. It'll be fine. Let's come over here. We've got these guys chanting. If you actually listen to what they're saying, it'll all make sense in the end, apparently. If you talk to them all. Why are they not chanting? I think... There we go.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage. So saith the wise Alongo.
So this is all set after what was called the Time of Troubles, in which the gods were cast out of heaven, and some of them took human avatars, and a few of them were killed. One of them was Lord Bane, god of murder. and I'm not going to spoil things. Okay, so I'm going to sell up what stuff I've got for now. Good to see you again. As any other, I would have laid my eyes on. Make yourself as comfortable as you will. If you have anything, just ask. Yeah, he's going to say that pretty much every time. He can't identify stuff for me, so I'm not going to do anything with that dagger yet. And I can't sell anything else, so that's really annoying. And I can't afford a longbow. Damn it. I really don't want to buy a short bow yet. So, I'm not going to buy anything else just yet. No more arrows, nothing. Let's talk to this guy, finish my other stuff, and see how much money I got by the end of it all. Firebead, elven hair. I'm glad to see that age has not hardened your heart towards an old man such as myself. I take all of your identity scrolls. I have a great use for those types of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you. It will protect you from any evil you might meet tonight. Right, so that gives me a bit of protection. So now I'm going to go and get these two battles out of the way as quickly as possible. So I can't dawdle. We will do a quick save before this one. I don't expect there to be too much trouble from these fights. As we can see, I have very good strength. Oh goody goody, I've gone and found you first. You're the Ward of Gorion, right? It doesn't matter what I say, he was going to attack me. I am, what can I do for you? Our encounter should be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I've made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean little respect among my peers. So you see, you can do very little except die. So let's go. And I've killed him with one hit. So he wasn't all that good at all. Get a dagger off him. Let's see, there's a couple of failed to force the lock. Wow. Don't remember that one being so hard to get into. Nothing in there. Few gold in there. And these two to check. Don't want to take too long because I don't want that spell to wear off. Come out here. We're going to have a little encounter. Powder. Blitz, you cut yourself above the brow there. What is wrong, child? Something in your eye tells me that something is very wrong. Oh, Powder, there was a man in there. He smelled like the stables, and he tried to kill me. It was horrible. Hurry then, child. Equip yourself at the inn and go. Join Gorion on the steps of the library. I had a sense something might happen. So now, let's get down over here as quickly as we can. And get to here. Watch me come around on the map. Yeah, no, that's boring. I don't like seeing that. Okay. We still got the protection going there. Let's get in here. Where we have our second encounter.
I have a blade with your name on it.
Yes, so you think. Here there, you're Gorion's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. That I am. Do I know you? No, I don't believe you do. It's not here. I'll not here be long, so it doesn't matter. You'll not be long either, so it matters even less. Just thought I'd have a look at your pretty face, but I don't see what the fuss is all about. No matter, I'll deliver your skull and I'm set for life. So, let's attack. And again, killed him with no worries whatsoever. Another dagger, and I thought there was something up here. Nothing to sell there. Okay, let's get out of here. That's disappointing. I've only got a couple of daggers and a warhammer to sell. I don't think that's going to really get me enough money to buy a longbow. But let's see. Oh, I got to go through this talk. Karen, I heard shouting. Are you alright? He's dead, whoever he was. He lunged at me with a knife. Oh, Karen, what is happening to this place? It's not this place, child. It's you they're after. Gorion is waiting on the steps of the central library and wants you to go to him as soon as you've bought what you need at the inn. Oh, Blitz. I've been your tutor for so many years, and only in this moment have I come to doubt that my teachings have been enough. Go to Gorion, child, I'm sure. It is safe for you here no longer. Yeah. Okay. So let's come up here. Actually, let's just go straight in the door. We're going to sell the last of this stuff, see if we can afford a longbow. If not, I'll take a short bow if I have to, but I need a missile weapon because it's going to be my primary weapon. And any money I got left over, I will be buying as many arrows as I can because, yeah, as I've said, archery is the skill to use in this. What has he got for me? Yeah, same old dialogue as every other time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 gold. Not enough. Damn it, I wish I could identify that. So I got 75. That's not enough for a longbow, but it's enough for a short bow, so I guess I'm buying a short bow. Damn it, and I wanted a short sword too, didn't I? So let's get one of those as well. Okay. So let's set things up. Short bow there. I'm not as proficient with that as I am with the longbow, so that will have to do. Just rearrange things just a tad here. Oh, I was going to buy more arrows, wasn't I? Let's just buy whatever we can. 25. Maybe don't need quite that many, but was it 4 in a stack? Because there's 20 here and you can have 80 in a group, so there's a way to, there we go, that's 1 stack, so that fills me up, and then if I get another 12, so let's go to 16. Fine. Okay, so that's me with 3 full stacks, and there's 3 full stacks which I can share amongst Emmeline and whoever else I pick up. Well, yeah, I know who I'm picking up initially. So let's go and meet Gorion, and I think with the timing of this, I'm going to, because I am going to be sort of uploading these streams to YouTube as well. So this is a pretty good place to stop, really. It's, you know, been nearly 40 minutes, which is a little bit long for an episode normally. Go to Gorion and listen well without your knowledge. Life is... Yep. Okay, so let's stop right here. There's Gorion. And we'll save this. Why does it have to keep so many quick saves? Overwrite, and that's going to be it for this episode. If you're watching on the live stream, the stream will be back in a minute. I'm just going to pause it and then restart it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and keep watching for more of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition.